All right, so 30 seconds to the open. For today's plays of the day, you see 4 screens on ThinkPipes. On the far left, we have SPY, so we can watch the market overall trend as the market opens. I'll refer to the other 3 panels as left, middle, and right. On the left panel, we have 10-cent opening, 10-cent holdings, again, gapping down off of the headline. We have in the middle 10-cent music, also gapping down off of the anti-Trump headlines. And then we have OLED, which is gapping down lower as well. So that's what we have for our 3 plays. Take the 10-cent holdings right now and 10-cent. So we'll draw that in there. You should be in this trade right now. And so we'll draw the opening points to those. All right, these are both shorts. So we'll get the arrows in there, and then we will drop down, and then we'll put in the stops. Just let OLED go for right now. We'll come back to it once we get everything set up here. All right, 10-cent holdings. I called a 60-cent stop, so let's get that set up higher. So 73, what's that? 68.53. If I did the math right there. Sounds good. So there's your stop limit. Again, you want to get that in first. We'll worry about ours later on. All right, everything's happy in 10-cent world with 150,000 shares, so nice volume there. All right, we use a 40-cent stop. So we'll, since it's already moved down an R, excuse me, half an R, we'll zoom out. We'll get that stop in at 1680. If we can get up there. All right, so we have our stop safely in for a 40-cent stop there. All right, I like both those trades. We're going to just zoom in and let them cook. Okay, so let's see. First R points. They're doing fine. I just wouldn't even worry about them right now. Almost to an R in TME. Let's watch the OLED trade. I like that it's backed up. It's almost backed up to even though. Click OLED over here again. I need to, on a different screen, I need to refresh my mind as to what we have. Gapping down on earnings. Apple supplier falls after, oh, that was the 2-cent earnings for 30 cents. So we're going to let the 10-cent stuff just fall. You can see a 1 there getting put in for the 1R for that trade. Very happy. Wow, OLED is flipped all the way positive. All right, maybe something came out in the conference call. I'm not going to take a trade in OLED. That is just way too strong. That is literally, look at that move higher, 170, 175. That's $15 move higher. That's just kind of crazy. So let's switch that right panel. I just want to check Workhorse real quick. This is part not really day trading, but just part seeing what's going on. So it dropped 17.20, about 40 cents, and now it's coming back. Meh. I thought it'd be going higher. All right, the names we had on our long watch list. Let's look at that BIIB. Again, this is your Alzheimer's type number. See if it would go higher. It's up at 11%. The market still red on the day. Not really doing a whole lot of significant out of the market. It's just kind of finding its way. We'll come, no, I can't do it. I don't think Biogen has the room to run higher because we would need such a big stop to actually make some money on that one. So let's get that off our list. KNDI, this is the one we did not find a headline on, or I can't remember if we did. This was a long, it was kind of low volume. The volume's there now. Nothing of significance. If anything, it's working against us. So no trade there. Let's look at DISH, D-I-S-H. Okay, again, this was a long based off of earnings, that new work from home, play from home theme. It's not a bad entry, but it's only, zoom out a little bit on DISH. Market's starting to pick up some steam, closer to even over there. So it closed yesterday at 34.25, so that's the gap. Don't have enough conviction to take that trade delayed at all. All right, have we looked at T-Mobile yet from the open, TMUS? Again, this was a long. Ooh, zoom in on that. If anything, we'd have to say we missed it, but I'm curious as to, ooh, look at that. So T-Mobile from beating earnings, gosh, 113.30 all the way up to that's $2.50 move. That's an easy 3R trade. If you had taken it, I didn't. It wasn't high priority, and I'm not a big fan of T-Mobile, but it certainly would have worked from a trade perspective. All right, and did we check Groupon GRPN? I think we looked at it once. Let's look at it again. This would be the long. It had gapped up like 30. Oh man, that works all day long. It was up 30% pre-market. Yeah, 30% pre-market, and it's up 40% now. Can't touch it. Ship has sailed. But look at that thing go. So good call. That's not one that I was a big fan of, but somebody else sitting in the room was. So good job. That's all you get. All right. So let's check in back to our trades. 10 cent, the volume starting to trickle off. I expected to see a lot harder sell there than what we've got. So we are up at 67.93. So was that 67.43 as an R? Is that math? No, 67.33 as an R. Yeah, it backed up a little. Not too concerned about that. I don't know who's buying into 10 cent holdings right here today. So we'll just kind of let that thing do its thing. If you look at the overall market now that we're at minute 6, if we can get a big red move down out of the market in the next like 10 minutes, then I think that would be very beneficial for our two shorts. All right, we taking a look at 10 cent music. If I have my math right, we're already past the 1R point, I think. Yeah, we are. So you can go back, zoom in there. Maybe you cheat and put a 1 right there on the right side so we can see it. No, that's perfect. Yeah, it's trying to go higher. It's not going higher. That's going to continue to sell off. So our 3R point, 16.4 minus what, $1.20 would take us down to 15.2 is what we're hoping for out of the dropping down there. We'll see. Again, I like these. The market, a little bit of red in it. That's helpful. All right. Looking over at Groupon, up 40%. Groupon, really? All right. We're going to take a look at some other names out there. Put the VXX in there and see what the VIX is doing today. I have it pulled over here on another screen. I'm ready to take the VIX long at some point in time, but it's certainly not cooperating today. But if you see the overall SPY, if it gets red to the tune of like 1%, then you can just take the VXX long. So, all right, let's take a look at some of the notes while they're TME can pre-market. Yeah, if you got in at pre-market, good job. That's when I would have taken 10 cent and TME pre-market. So if you're going to take like 300 shares, just take like 100 shares pre-market, because you don't want to take a whole bunch of risk in case it doesn't work. And then check your spelling there. There you go. It's TCEHY. So 2 strikes for Perner on being able to spell 10 cent holdings. And then can't use the day trade power with those. So yeah, there's lots of there's lots of day trading rules out there as well. All right, explosion was crazy in Lebanon. Yep, Hero and Espo have large holdings of ATVI. You bet they do. All right, good stuff that people are throwing out there. All right, our trades are working. We're going to step away from the trades. Let's go ahead and go over to chart. We'll look at the bigger picture stuff.